Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, Vandy Pants, and I am back with more classic Tetris Monthly No Cap November 2025. That's right, the level 39 super kill screen. It's gone, and all that remains between players and unlimited Tetris glory, well, yeah, the crash screen. It's still there. We left the crash behavior in, throwing a little fun wrinkle into No Cap November. But yeah, that level 39 super kill screen, that is gone. So let's see what happens. So far, we've had, a few runs get into the, level 40s. That's about it. But I think there's a good possibility that we see that shattered in this stream, because what we have got going on right now is a match between Evesy and Akatu. Evesy, the CT UK champ, going up against keyboard roller Akatu. And then the winner of that will take on former CTM Masters event winner SV Nestris. So those are the two matches we are doing right now. Pretty excited for this one. Let us take a look at our rules, because yes, there are indeed rules, believe it or not. And what the rules are, well, it's that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NES and consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical. Biological turbo only. These matches are best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through. We will be using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. Make sure your line cap is turned off and set the crash mode to crash, right? So that assumes that you have crash mode on your Tetris gym. If you don't have that version, then we are going to stop counting your score at level 155, just in case that comes into play. So yeah, set crash mode to crash, line cap off. And just a warning, players, if your 39 super kill screen is turned on and you get to it and it triggers the kill screen, we're not replaying the match. So that is a warning to you, okay? That is a warning. Do you understand? Do you understand? I hope they understand, all right? Line cap off, otherwise that's on you, okay? Players should not receive any in-game advice while they are playing, and they should not pause at all without the commentator telling them to. I am the commentator. I'm not going to tell you to. If you do experience tech issues, just keep playing. The problems with OBS, with your computer, with your internet, don't worry about it. Just keep playing. If you're listening to commentary, I'll give you instructions. If you're looking at chat, I will try to scream in all capital letters in chat to top out. Okay, but just keep playing. Assume your game will count. The winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $1,333.31. Man, I learned all those. Who knew that learning like place values in like first grade? Is that where you learned it? I don't know. Would pay off, because now I can read $1,333.31 with no problem. So thank you, first grade. Amazing. Our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the viewers and or fans of Classic Tetris Monthly. So if you're watching right now, it's on you to get this prize pool up to our top 8. We do look to get $2,000 for the Masters event every single month. I can't remember the last time we missed our target. I'm sure the winner that month probably can remember, but I don't remember, so it's been a long time. So please help us get to our $2,000 incentive. Whatever you got kicking around, 1, 5, 25, 100, 500, 2,500. I don't know. That would be crazy. But maybe if you have $666.69 kicking around, well, you could do us a lot of good. All right. Otherwise, we're going to pay the top 4, but love to pay the top 8. So thank you to everybody who's contributed to that prize pool so far. If you're watching live, You can use the Matcherino command while you're watching on YouTube and Twitch. That'll bring up some links. The one that says CTM no cap, that is the right one. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner is where you'll see the login button. Click on that to log in with your existing Twitch, YouTube, or Discord account. It's easy and fun. On the right side of your screen, there'll be a button, and it will say contribute. So guess what? That's where you contribute. Click on that. It'll open up a little window. You enter the amount and click contribute, and then like a little thing opens up and it says ask you how to pay, and then you pay, right? It's so easy. Just do it. Okay, thank you so much. That's how to support the players, to support the channel. I mean, who would do something so crazy like support the channel? Well, one great way to do that is to go to patreon.com/monthlytetris, where that will allow you to make an ongoing pledge of support to keep this channel going. There's a reason that we can stream Tetris at all hours of the day or night. Nobody's getting rich off it, but at the very least, I can stream Tetris whenever it needs to be played. And like right now, we've got like an all-European bracket. If this were happening during the week, I mean, I could totally take it. I've taken matches at 4 a.m., 9 p.m., 2 in the morning. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like middle of the workday, middle of the night, early morning. I'm available to do that because of your support and the reason that we can double the number and more of tournaments that we run and double the size of these tournaments is because of your support. So thank you to everybody who is contributing via Patreon, including Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9 Tacky, Madelsberger, Corporal, Shelby, Junior, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat, and Javin T, Jason, Sunny, and everybody else on this slide. Now, if you don't like Patreon, there's some people that don't. It's fine. That's legit. I get it. But there are other ways to support us, and maybe you can find one of them by using the support command. If you want to make an ongoing pledge just like Patreon, you can do that via the Streamlabs link or via the PayPal link I'm given to understand, and you can also make one-time contributions directly to the channel as well. So thanks again to everybody who's doing that. Okay, is that enough of me? I think it's enough of me. Let's get on over to our game scene and take a look at what is going on. We'll refresh the players' streams. We'll get them aligned. We'll feel good doing it. And yeah, look at this. We got one player and we have two players. So let me go ahead and line up these cams and we'll let these players continue to warm up a little bit. And we have a pig. All right, that'll do, pig. That'll do. All right, so Evesy here. I got to remember how big Akatu is. Akatu is roughly that big, right? Roughly this big. So let's fix Akatu now. Akatu? Akatu. I always say Akatu like a cockatoo, like the bird, but I don't think it's that. I think it's Akatu. All right, we have two roughly equally sized players, so which is good. I'll maybe make Akatu a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, we're going to get these players going. And yeah, actually, folks, while these players warm up, just give me 1 minute. I have to take care of something in the apartment and I will be right back. All right, players, that music means that it is time for the pieces. So here they come. There they are, 6-8 FB. C3, 68 FB as in Facebook, and C3 as in C3PO. A famous android. Morning, Chen. What's up? Laurie SV is here waiting. Colin hanging out. Chen, Marktris. Matt watching Tetris. Acidic Ascetic. Pseudo Canard. Jasmine is here. Oh my God, here come the Vits. All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players have the seed input correctly. So we are going to start playing Tetris. Evesy versus Akatu. The UK versus Finland. Oh my God, what a classic matchup and rivalry. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is the reigning CT UK champion qualifying into seed number 20 from, yeah, you guessed it, the UK. Got a PB, according to my research, of 2.13 million. Evesy is ranked number 21 in the most recent Premier poll, a ranking of competitive Tetris players across both open and DAS competitions. And you can find the full results over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end, right? Premier and then an E. Actually, guys, you know what? Instead of calling it the Premier poll and then saying Premier with an E, I could just say it's Premier E-poll. Like it's an electronic poll. Like literally Premier E-poll. So yeah, I could just say that. Crazy, right? Oh my God, I just thought of it. Anyway, but yeah, Evesy, your reigning CT UK champion, made her Classic Tetris World Championship Gold Bracket debut this year and also her Mega Masters debut this year. Played in our Tap Masters event and actually made her Masters debut this year. So a lot of debuts for Evesy this year. Really kind of a big year for Evesy, turning a huge corner and started to creep into that echelon of top players. So that is Evesy. And on the right, also, I guess the Energy Drink UK Tetris champion as well. So congratulations to Evesy on winning the Energy Drink Tetris championship. On the right side of your screen, it's Akatu. I always say Akatu, but I'm sure it's Akatu because the middle syllable is capitalized. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And I don't know why I say it the other way. But anyway, Akatu qualified into seed number 29 from Finland, has a PB of 2.17 million, ranked number 22 in the Premier poll. And I think these players are just like 2 spots apart in the PB rankings, their personal best score rankings, you know, top score rankings, and then one apart in the Premier poll. So pretty close matchup, at least according to those numbers. Akatu is a keyboard roller, one of the few, and maybe the best. I mean, maybe it's, hedging. Yeah, probably the best. I mean, I keep saying hedging words. The best keyboard roller, okay? Keyboard rolling. It's kind of like regular rolling, except instead of drumming your fingers on the back of an NES controller, what you do is you hover your finger over the directional key on your computer keyboard and then drum your fingers along the back of your own finger. What the heck? It's a fingerception. So that is what Akatu is doing. He's a 2-time Future Circuit winner and a Hopeful Circuit winner. And he made his Masters debut this year as well in January. And also a two-time Mega Masters player, and he had a deep run in Mega Masters this year, got to the round of 16. 330 for Evesy, 366 for Akatu, or Akatu. I don't know which one it is. I'm thrown off. I'm discombobulated. Can you use arrow key left and numpad left? Yeah, it doesn't matter what keys you assign, so long as they are standard 1 unit or whatever U stands for. Basically 1 U keys. So like the size of a normal like letter or number key, it cannot be like the space bar or the shift key or the, you know, the bigger buttons, right? Because we have a rule against no big buttons, okay? That's going to prevent you from basically butterfly tapping on a large key. That is what we are trying to avoid. So that's not what Akatu does. Akatu does, basically standard regular size computer keys. And that is okay. 427 for Evesy, 483 for Akatu. Multiple keys mapped is fair play, says Zook. No, you cannot have, you can only have 1 button per input, 1 input per button, right? So no, you cannot have multiple keys mapped. You can only have 1 left arrow, 1 right arrow, 1 A button, 1 B button. That is it. $530 for Akatu, $500 for Evesy. Oh, I see what you're saying, Zook. Okay, yes. All right, well, at least my misinterpretation of your question allowed me to say other things than I would have otherwise said. So look at that. Looking on the bright side. And yeah, 560 here for Akatu. He's going to Tetris into 19 at 584. 524 for Evesy. That's my birthday. What's up, Anjing? What's up? How you doing? 549 Evesy here on 19. 586 for Akatu. 1 input per button, 1 button per input. That's exactly right. Trisky has got it. All right, we're on the blue level, level 20. And Akatu ahead by 60,000. Actually, less than that. Now that the lines are tied, 33,000. So about, less than a Tetris and a half. Tetris is on 21, worth 26,400. I think that's a fair rule, right? We got to level the playing field on some level. We can't have people. What we don't want people is have a, an arms race to like crazy controller optimization. I know in some gaming communities they're like, we don't care what you can do. You can have a turbo function, or you can have 7 keys mapped to the same input. I don't think that's quite what we're looking for here. If you want to make your own tournament where you do that, then, feel free. It is a free, I was going to say it's a free world, but I guess it's not everywhere. 811 for Akatu, or Akatu. I don't know which one it is. Tetris for Evesy, 777, 811 for Akatu. All right, Tetris for Evesy, 810. So really the same score difference since the 19 entry. And so yeah, they've basically been keeping pace with each other. All right, Akatu set up for a triple. Dirty, and will get it. And just trying to take a good board into 29, or the last few levels, just to try and get some points here. And Evesy starting to close the gap a bit. There's a triple. Evesy 903 and a Tetris. She's going to get into the lead, while Akatu has a little bit of a slowdown. So Evesy now up about 26,000. That is less than a Tetris. 33,600. I think they are in 27. Is that right? 36,000 minus 24. I think that's how it works. Tetris for Akatu 985. Evesy has got the max. 4 lines away, can set up for another one. And Akatu is into 29. Finally gets the max out here on 29. Evesy is in A57, has a 52,000 point lead, 5 lines back. Board climbing for Evesy, long bar over for a split double, I think it was. And so she's going to be trying to down stack here so she can start scoring. Akatu A18, waiting on the bar. Yeah, just going to take this down with a bunch of triples. Evesy getting this burned down a bit. Not quite set up, though. Yo. Set up, yo. SV says no risk November. Yeah, for real. So yeah, this is a no cap tournament. So level 39 super kill screen that we normally have on all year long has been turned off, but we have left in the default crash behavior of the original NES Tetris cartridge. So that would kick in, the colored levels will kick in at like 130, level 137 if they can get there. And the crash behavior, 18 levels after that or so. 155 is where those crash levels kick in. Now players, of course, can try to maneuver around the crash. Oh no, that left side for Evesy is going to be tough. Akatu is in the lead. Evesy gets a long bar over, but kind of undershoots a couple of pieces. That is going to be a top out for Evesy at B55, and Akatu is good at B79 and beyond. So Akatu has taken game number 1. False Minute says 29 time, let's go. To be honest, I don't understand why they're not lining out. It's no cap. I mean, I think they are trying to line out, but it's hard. Sometimes the best way to downstack is to set up. And also, it's not just a matter of who can line out, right? It's also a matter of, there's a psychology here, and if you can get a couple Tetrises ahead or get a big lead, sometimes that puts the pressure on your opponent. And also, it's hard to play on 29. You might top out. Your opponent might top out. It's good to have a lead. Clacker. You see? Oh no, the clackers are weighing in. The pieces are here at 038BEF. 038BEF. Clacker. I mean, all these clackers in chat gonna tell these top players how to play, right? Come on now. Pines Cutely, I don't know. I don't know. How do you define a crash out? Seems pretty subjective. So, we'll just follow the normal rules. Chillin' Buddy. By the way, I missed your Prime sub, 41 months. Thank you so much, Chillin' Buddy. Chillin' Buddy, have you always been Chillin' Buddy, or did you change your name? All right, looks like both players are ready. 038BEF. Biff. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2 here in round 1. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You were WM Tetris for some time. Got it. I thought I was continuing the joke of asking you if you've always been that name, but now you actually did have a different name. Yeah, I thought I was doing a recurring joke there, a little meme. But I guess I was actually right. 4 years ago, you were WM Tetris, and now you're just chilling, buddy. Now is that like a sentence, or are you saying you're the buddy and you are chilling, or is that like a rejoinder to someone's like, how are you doing question? And someone says, how you doing? Chilling, buddy. Or are you the buddy? This is a best of 5. So last year we were best of 5, or some of the rounds were like best of 5 with a skunk rule or whatever. Listen, these early rounds are not going that deep. We can do best of 5. It just it just seemed like the matches were a little quick. All right, Akatu with a little bit of a blunder there. Going to fix that up. What's up, Maisie? Kurtupo. You are the buddy who is chillin'. So chillin' is an adjective, and buddy is the noun, and you are the buddy. Got it. All right. Well, I'm glad I've cleared that up. I don't know how much longer I could have gone on without knowing that. I needed to know it. Tetris for Akatu, 177. Evesy, 194. Akatu. All right, all you in chat, you probably know. Is it Akatu or Akatu? One for Akatu, 2 for Akatu. Which one is it? What is real? Are birds real? What is real? I mean, it's probably not pronounced like, oh, it's 1. All right, Evesy says 1. You just play Tetris. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. You just play, okay? Yeah, if someone actually knew the answer. Yeah, I mean, if only someone would know. I mean, listen. Akatu or Akatu is Finnish, so it probably doesn't sound like anything like AKATU, right? Just given the Finnish words that I've heard, probably sounds nothing like. It's probably just like, grind. I don't even know how. It's just probably completely not phonetic at all. It's actually Jim. Yeah. I guess I'm not going to be invited to Finland. All right, stop making Akatu laugh, okay? This is serious Tetris. It's No Cap November. He's repping for his play style, trying to be the first ever keyboard roller to win. All right, there's a triple for Akatu, 370. A little bit of a drought, it seems like. There's a long bar down. Tetris, Akatu. You think it's pronounced like a sneeze? Like, Akatu. Oh, that could be. Could be. All right, serious Tetris now. All right, put your serious face on. All right, Tetris for Akatu. Evesy says number 1, so I'm going to say that I don't even remember which one was number 1 or number 2. All right, 464 for our Finnish player. Not going to do the line spin. Waiting for that key tuck. Gets the key tuck. There's a Tetris. 487. 445 for Evesy. Keyboard wizard. Yeah, maybe I'll say keyboard wizard. Evesy, you just focus on Tetris. Don't worry about correcting me. You have your entire life to correct me, which I'm sure you will, but you don't have to do it now. She can't help it. She really wants to. 469 for Evesy. There's a triple and a Tetris Evesy 498. If only they knew about no comms. Yeah, guys, the strategy is not to listen to the commentary. There's a Tetris Evesy 522, 580 for Akatu. All right, triple and a Tetris into 19 for Evesy 552. Akatu with the 604, now 628. That Akatu with that aggressive setup for the Tetris. Long bar setup kind of in the middle. Gets the bar, finally gets that Tetris 655. Long bar over Tetris. Akatu. I'm just alternating, man. I don't know what to do. If you don't listen, how do you know an opponent's ET? Why would they? Yeah, says Maisie. Why would they want to hear your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, yapping? Yeah, it's too much yapping. Too much yapping. Enough. $792 for the player from Finland. Longbar gets over to the left side to fill out. Gets another one for the Tetris. 820 for the keyboard wizard. Ahead by like 140,000 points. All right, the lines are tied now. So yeah, it's about 115,000 point lead with the lines tied. They don't want to miss any food conversation. Well, today's a fasting day, so I am thinking about food. But tomorrow will probably be a food day. That's my guess. It kind of depends. Certain conditions have to be met. Tetris for the keyboard wizard, 943. 769 for Evesy. Queeneman says, me fasting too. You're fasting? Oh my God. How long has your current fast been going? Do I have a public spreadsheet with my weigh-ins? Zook, are you crazy? Oh my God, I would never live. These numbers are so embarrassing. I wouldn't want anybody to know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm mentally strong enough to have that information out there. B10 for Akatu. 909 for Evesy, so a 200,000 point lead. You fast 20 hours daily. That's great. Queeneman says second day in a row. Nice. Nice. Consult your doctor. Thank you. B73 for Akatu. Gonna transition into 29 at like B70 something. There's a Tetris for Evesy. Got the max out, but Akatu just pacing right now. Now remember, it is no cap November, so there's really no urgency for either of these players to try and go, oh, I must catch up by 39, right? That is not a thing. Nifty little combo delayed for Evesy. But then again, here's the thing. Players are used to now setting up for Tetrises in a post-kill screen, super kill screen world. So sometimes that adjustment to lining out maybe a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. So False Minute says, yeah, I'm a total clacker. They're 100% lining out. Exactly. It's rare that someone actually reflects on what they've said and admits that they were wrong. So I respect it. Evesy A81. Akatu really is in lineout mode, still with a 1.2, like literally just lining out. Evesy back by about 160,000 points. Both players are clean. Evesy is built up a lot on the left side. Bowling out that stack a little bit, prioritizing survival. Sets up for a Tetris in the middle of the board. Kind of the game forster there. And oh no. We'll see what Evesy can do. Can she possibly survive? And no. So she actually had a center well Tetris. Yeah, was totally forced into it. You know, was trying to bowl out the middle and just kind of work. I mean, bowl out the sides and then kind of work through the middle, but it forced her into a Tetris setup and she got droughted. And yeah, that was rough. So Evesy going to top out, and Akatu is good in game number 2. So Akatu's got a PB of 2.17, and it's kind of within range, so you want to mull in a little bit here. Evesy says, no comms is boring. I am a Tetris fan first and a player second. I am incredibly privileged to be able to play in Masters, so I'm going to have fun doing it. And SV says, yeah, that's my old mindset. Now he's just grinding joylessly. Oh no, that right side for Akatu. Oh my goodness. All right, well, Akatu gonna take game number 2. All right, now we need to know. You could pronounce it the way I prefer. I don't prefer either way. Oh my God. Just tell me the real one. Tell me I'll just pronounce it with no, yeah, Akatu. Just totally flat. How about Akatu? Akatu. How about, yeah, Akata? That sounds like Haktua. All right, that's the way I prefer. I'm just gonna say Haktua, right? That's it. That's how I'm gonna pronounce it from now on. It's not a Finnish word, so it doesn't need to sound Finnish. All right. Hakatua. All right, did I give you pieces? What the heck? The pieces are here, okay? 8, I'm just gonna say, I don't know what I'm gonna say now. 8AFB8E. Did someone make that joke like 15 minutes ago? I don't know, Colin. If it was you, I have your chat blocked, so I don't know. I'm just kidding, I don't. Because obviously, how would I read that? You draw the line at Hakatua? All right. That would be a good alt, though. Somebody's got to come in with that. underscore. All right, pieces are here. Calm down. 8AFB8E Pog Hakatua. Yeah. I'm sure it's incoming any moment now. All right, serious Tetris only, guys. Here it is. Akatu is up 2-0 over Evesy. Evesy needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. I'm going to check this one very carefully because the 8s and the Bs. Okay, looks good, right? Everybody looks good? Confirm? Yes? Good. Let's go. Game number 3, Evesy and Akatu in 3-2-1 Tetris. You could just call him Fred or something. Wasn't there I think there was I don't know if he was a Finnish player, but there was a Finnish player, I think it might have been in the general area, named Fred Olm. But that was like way back. I don't know. Were they Finnish? I don't remember. Nobody in the chat goes back that long, right? It might not have been Finland. Well, I'll have to investigate in the match database. I'm investigating right now. Fred Holm was a player. Oh, and it's still playing matches, I guess, in Classic No. All right. Fred Holm was a player who played in Masters 3 times. Fred Holm played in the first Masters, beat Professor L and Mega Retro Man, of course, the Das World record holder, and then lost to Ben Mullen. This was in the first ever CTM. And then Fred Holm played in the June 2018 and in May 2019. So played in 3 Masters events way back in the day. Well, how about that? 148 for Evesy, 169 for Akatu. Okay. According to Liquipedia, Fred Holm was Swedish. So my apologies. I'm so sorry. I'm sure I've started a war. $203 for Evesy, $224 for Akatu. Well, the problem is I heard Kingsman say Akatu, and now I can't get it out of my head. I've been saying Akatu forever, and then I heard Kingsman, and now my whole world is rocked. Dirty Tetris for Evesy, 1 row off the bottom. Still got that gap in column 7. All right, Trav Weave rooting on YouTube, rooting for Evesy. All right, chillin', buddy. I will try. Evesy still at that gap in, or hole. Hole? People like hole. People like gaps for the top of the stack and then holes for totally enclosed voids in the stack. So this is what I've been told. You gotta get right with the lingo here. Evesy got to get right with the stack. I mean, this is kind of a tricky little dig. All right, starting to bring it down. There's a Tetris. Evesy still working 1 row off the bottom. That hole, the bottom of the board, has not been resolved, so she's still working. 364 for her. Akatu in a bit of a dig here. Oh, and it's gonna get the dirty Tetris. What a goat. And another dirty Tetris. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You just got to, you Tetris on the way down. Beautiful. Evesy can't believe it. She's like, forget. What am I supposed to do? 453 for Akatu. Finally. There's a Tetris. Evesy, 433. Another Tetris Akatu, 498, 2 lines away from 19. 457 Evesy, 4 lines away. And Evesy's in at 481. Akatu's in at 523. Zoltan says, today is Energy Drink USA Top 8, right? Yeah, it is. It is. It's probably going to be like the most well-produced Tetris event of all time. It's a shame that it's on such like a shitty version of Tetris. Like, Tetris for Evesy, 540, 556 for Akatu. Oh, wait, did I just say the S word on monthly Tetris? Uh-oh. Tetris for Evesy, 592. Tetris for Akatu. Evesy, I mean, it's basically tied. It is essentially tied. No swearing as a commentator. That word is not the worst swear, okay? It's just poop. I could say crappy, and it's the same, right? I'll say crap. I should have said crappy. You're right. It's just poop. So anyway, yeah, sorry. It's unfortunate that, you know, it's going to be like a poopy version of Tetris. Tetris for Evesy, 709, 664 for Akatu. I can say whatever I want on this channel. It's my channel. Freedom of speech, guys. Guys, you can't get mad at me no matter what I say because freedom of speech, all right? So you can't get mad. I can say anything, and you have to be okay with it, okay? Tetris for, that's how it works. Oh, Akatu with this spire of O's. And the long bar goes down. He's going to navigate out of it. 826 for Akatu, 796 for Evesy. Oh my God, I just got demonetized from saying the S word. Oh no. That's it. Tetris is over. Akatu going to uncover that right side. Waiting on the bar. And the bars are coming. There's one Akatu, Tetris 904. 842, Evesy, long bar down, Tetris. Level 28. So players trying to position their boards just for 29 and just haven't taken a, you know, it's important to go in good. So there you go. Evesy gets in at 924. Immediate misdrop with the J piece. And now she's scrambling and just can't seem to find the handle. And that is going to be a top out for Evesy at 924. And Akatu, coming out of 29 seed, is going to take this match 3-0. So there it is, a little bit of a seed upset, but it was a close match just in terms of the numbers, you know, PBs and rankings and all that. So fun match. Thank you, Evesy and Akatu. GG's to you, Evesy. Hope to see you again. I will see you again because you're the #1 seed in Stupid Tetris Monthly. So, yeah, more Evesy this month for all you Evesy fans. Akatu, you are going to go ahead and try to get past, really, the UK gauntlet. Here comes SV. Let me go ahead and get this all sorted. We'll run some ads, pay the bills. It doesn't really pay the bills, but yeah, we will go ahead and set up our next match. So goodbye number 20. Hello 13. My buttons are very slow today. Slow buttons. All right, let's refresh our people. On the CTWC YouTube channel in the Jonas versus Corian Hong Kong match, one of the commentators said the F word. Yeah. Can't believe it. You'll be live in 5. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Does F word mean freak? Yep, freak. It's like the F word is the worst thing you can say. It's not the worst. It's like one of the worst words you can say. It's like top 10 words. I can think of like 5 words that are worse, but can we pay you to turn off ads? Yeah, you can. You actually can. You can subscribe to the channel. Literally $5 a month. Literally actually $5 a month. Believe it or not. Right? Got him. Oh, $6 a month. It's $6? Oh my God, what a ripoff. Now, I know apparently what the like most common or the curse word that I hear in Finnish all the time. I'm not going to say it. Vandy, tell us the 7 words you can't say on television. Oh, the original 7 words? I mean, I'm not going to say them, but here's the letters. It's FCCPCMT. Okay. Now, those have been revised, you know. He added more later. F, T, and T, but now those, you know, that was in the 70s. I don't. Yeah, you have them in the. Maybe I have them in the wrong order, but the worst word that you can say in Finnish begins with a P, right? Isn't that like that's what I hear Yanni say all the time? Is that right? Is that the worst word? Doesn't it just mean like devil? I don't know what the worst word is. Okay. Anyway, I want to remind you all that it's not the worst word. Oh, I thought it was like a really bad word. I mean, I had all the George Carlin records and I listened to it with everybody knowing. I would make my family listen to it. We all listened to it together. I had a different kind of family, Danny. Anyway, if you want to contribute to the prize pool, we've been stuck on 1333.31 for a while, so we'd love to get that going. Sometimes $5 is enough just to get it going. So if you want to contribute to the prize pool, use that Match Reno command. Thank you, Danny, for putting it in there. Still waiting on SV. I guess he's got to, maybe it's like a Harry Honk thing where he's got to set his grip first. I think he's just trying to ice Akatu though. That's what I think. It's like standard SV antics. You listen to the Smothers Brothers a lot? You're gripping up. The worst word in Finnish is how would I even say that out loud? I don't know. E pahar yesta maliste tamato mai delan saka no kohan. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna put it into Google Translate and see what I got. There we go. Google. That was perfect. Oh my God, I'm like a native, guys. All right, ready? Here we go. Detected. Something wrong. Oh, I think I broke Google Translate. It says it means unsystematic. The Twitch ads are the most intrusive ever. You can have an epic game and suddenly a 3-minute ad for a hemorrhoid ointment or shampoo appear in your face and you miss who won the game. Thanks, Twitch. Yeah, I mean, I don't, we need to have ads to support the channel. I don't control what ads there are. And I don't have it on the most aggressive setting. So, I think there are way around ads that'll help you support the channel. That's all I can say. We do have to have them. So, unfortunately, I can't work for free and you don't work for free either. So we do have to have them. So. All right. Oh, Danny gifted a tier 1 sub to Grandmaster Ubero. Look at that. Fishing for subs. What the heck? It worked, guys. Sub fishing works. Who knew that it would work? Everyone knows. All right. Akatu says it's been 7 minutes. All right, players, it is time for the pieces. Oh, run an ad while we wait. All right. Well, I can't now. I already did. But anyway, thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. The pieces are here. BDC669. Thank you, Evesy. Sorry, I can't help. I'm sorry if I distracted you. I can't help it. Oh, whoops. There we go. I'll try to be more serious, Your points, please. Oh, was there a thing? If you're on mobile, turn to landscape and Twitch will put the stream in the corner while the ad runs. You just can't hear it. No, I'm going to be very serious now. That's it. All right. It's time. Pieces are here. The YouTube commentators won. Yeah. What was it? Carl Hendrickson. You voted in the prediction, so you can't. Is there a prediction? I don't even see it. I don't actually see the prediction. So. Manage poll. That's a poll. What is it? Prediction. Manage prediction. Choose outcome. I'll do it. And it was. Oh man. 92% had Evesy. You guys are getting hosed. All right. Choose outcome. It was Akatu. Oh, someone already did it. All right. It is time. Let's go. The pieces are here. The pieces are... I don't know where the pieces are. Here they are. Here they are. BDC 669. It's become expensive to live now, rent food and time to become self-sufficient. We have to become farmers again. I know. I'll have to become a farmer. Someone do a prediction for this one. All right. Someone did it. Someone should do it. Not me, though. Okay. As soon as both players signal ready, we can start. BDC 669. BDC 669. They were both ready. Let's go. It's round 2. SV versus Akatu in 3-2-1 Tetris. You have 1 minute. 1 minute. On the left side of your screen, it is SV. SV is here and playing for our enjoyment. SV qualified into this tournament, seed number 13. Qualified in with a 1.87 million. That was his best score played in a 1 hour qualifier. No Cap November quals are throwback CTM quals, best of one. So whatever your best score that you get in an hour, that is how those qualifiers go. 1.87 is what SV got. It's got an overall PB of 5.98 million. That is a top 15 score. Thanks for the sub, Major ETM. Appreciate that. SV is ranked number 10 in the most recent Premier Poll. Premier Poll is a ranking of Tetris players in both competitive open and DAS formats. You can find the full rankings over at premierepoll.com. premierepoll.com. Lori with the $40 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much, Lori. That's going to get us up to $1378.31. Really appreciate that. So thank you very, very much for that, Lori. 38 months for Maitre Etienne as well. Thank you so much. Premier Poll, Premier with an E.com. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, SV is a former CTM Masters event winner. He won it back in January of 2023, defeated Sidnev in those finals, 3-0. Is also a former Classic Tetris UK champion. And he won that in 2024. He made it into back-to-back finals, was in the finals in 2025. We're going to be deprived, thanks to Akatu, of a finals, a CT UK 2025 finals rematch. And you've also seen SV at the Austria Regional Classic Tetris World Championship. 3-time gold bracket player the last 3 years. Had his best finish ever, top 8, went out against the eventual winner, Alex T. Played in Classic Tetris European Championship in 21 and 22. I think 21 was online. 22, I think, was in person. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But made it into the finals of that one. Let me check and see. Yeah, so it was in person. SV also a 4-time Mega Masters player, is one of the few to play in all 4, and was in the top 8 twice in 23 and 25. Went out this year against the winner, Dog playing Tetris. 302 for SV, 398 for Akatu. On the left side, it is Akatu. Seed number 29 defeated Evesy in round 1 to make it here to round 2. Qualled in with a 1.25 million overall PB of 2.17 million, ranked 22 in the Premier Poll. Akatu is a keyboard roller from Finland. Keyboard rolling means, well, kind of, still that drumming motion with one hand, but instead of the back of the controller, drumming on your own finger, which is hovering over your computer keyboard key for the left or right button. So very interesting and effective playstyle. 467 for Akatu, 379 for SV. Akatu played in Mega Masters this year, had his best finish ever, made it to the top 16, went out against SV in Mega Masters, so maybe a little bit of revenge on Akatu's mind. He's a two-time Future Circuit winner, one-time Hopeful Circuit winner, top 4 in the Classic Tetris level 12 for 2023 into 2024. And Akatu made his Masters debut this year, and that would have been in April. I'm sorry, not in April, but in January of this year. Sorry. Into the monthly Masters. Of course, he was in Mega Masters in 2024. 487 for SV, 635 for Akatu. Tetris for Akatu, 688, 519 for SV. 2 long bars here would be helpful. There's 1, actually 3. So there's 2. And if you can get another here, there it is, long bar down. Tetris, SV, 551. But Akatu at 742, same line count, about 190,000 point lead. Yeah, it's the premier e-poll, right? All right, SV trying to fix this whole thing. Needs a long bar for the left. I mean, I guess didn't need it, but that would have been the best piece. Didn't get it. I was going to have to chop this down. He's Tetris ready again, though. Column 10 well, waiting, skimming. And a little bit of a drought here. Gets the Tetris, messes up the board just a little bit, but no big deal. Easily fixable. But SV back 200,000 points-ish. Akatu digging. Tetris for Akatu. The lines are close, and yeah, it's still all right, about 180,000, something like that. N-Dog is here and has made a challenge to the community to fund this prize pool. He says if we get the prize pool to 1,400 right now, he doesn't have a lot of time, he says. If we get it to 1,400, he'll make it 1,500. So we're just $22 away from another $100 being kicked in by N-Dog. So let us not miss this challenge. This is an easy chip in, guys. $22 is all it takes. That could be 3 people with 733. That could be 2 people with $11 each. Akatu with the 1.1 shortly after getting into 29. 950 for SV. Now remember, this is no cap November. The level 39 super kill screen, that is gone. And players can play basically unimpeded until level 155. We've left in the crash behavior of the default NES Tetris cartridge. But basically until that, they can play completely free and forever. We have not had a game really go into the level 50s yet. I'm sure we will. All right, there we go. Split triple. 733 from Davis. We need 2 more 733s basically to get us there. So thank you, Davis. You've got us a third of the way there. SV has got the max out. He's on 33. Now SV's PB nearly 3 times that of Akatu, and that will be a factor. Probably he's going to, color the way SV is approaching the early stages. He does not have to be as aggressive. He figures he's got an advantage. There's a Tetris for SV. Hilbert Space with a $30. We will exceed the goal. So that has achieved the very generous challenge from N-Dog. Oh no, Akatu in trouble. That's going to be a top out. B93 is the target for SV. About 60,000 points away. So thank you so much, Hilbert and Davis. Is WX mean weather? Davis weather? Can someone remind me where I can see the bracket, please? Yeah, use the bracket command. That should... You are all right. That should work. Bracket command. Oh my goodness. SV in a bit of a... Oh no, and he's going to fall short of the chase down. And Akatu is going to hang on 4 straight games. One against Great Britain. So Akatu going to hang on. All right. Well, listen, we don't need to grill N-Dog. N-Dog can do whatever he wants, so don't worry about it. Nate with the $100 gets us up to 15,1564. Thank you so much. All right. Did I put the seed in? Here's the seed. C360EB. Nate Dogg is the rapper. You thought that he died in 2011, but he's actually the rapper. You know, Warren G and Nate Dogg, right? You know. Yeah, regulators, right? Warren G and Nate Dogg gonna regulate, right? You never heard of that? Please do the whole song. I don't know if I know the whole song. I'd have to do it karaoke style. So, you know, get me out to a karaoke place and I'll think about it. Is that when Regulate was? Was it 94? Like, man, that sounds late to me. I thought that was earlier than that. Would I do the whole song live on commentary? I mean, I don't know. I guess everyone's got his price, right? All right, looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed. Let's go. Game number 2, SV, Akatu, 3-2-1 Tetris. Nate Dogg is where you got your nickname. Kumquat Slurpee says, my name is Nate, and that song came out in 94. My first year of high school, I was called Nate Dogg for years. Because, you know, like my last name, my first name and last name, a lot of people called me K Diddy, like P Diddy, but, you know, K Diddy. Stupid. That's right, K Diddy. Not necessarily looking to wear that name on my sleeve right now. All right, 121 here for SV. Tetris for Akatu, 167. Yeah, it did not. That aged like milk, as the kids say. Although, isn't aged milk like pretty delicious, like cheese and sour cream and ricotta? I mean, aged like milk, it sounds like a good thing. Yogurt. $175 for SV, 218 for Akatu. There's the dirty double. You feel like you have to add something else to it to make it into other dairy products. Well, you have to heat milk to make yogurt. You have to add what? Like rennet to make cheese. Let's see. I don't know how to make the other thing. How do you make sour cream? It's just, you must have to add a culture to it. Vandy is hungry. Can you tell? I am. I really. I mean, I'm not hungry. I'm just like, I like to eat. You know, your boy likes to eat. You know. Tetris for Akatu, 299, 258 for SV. Just don't make sour cream. What's wrong with sour cream? You don't like sour cream? Oh, interesting. You glop it onto burritos and baked potatoes. Yeah, those are. What else do people do with sour cream? I guess you can put it on chili. The Vitz has been set up by Akatu. It's a delayed Vitz, so we'll see if it actually ends up being more efficient to set up the Vitz. And my goodness, maybe a little bit too jaunty here with that Vitz. We'll see. So Akatu now in a little bit of a down stack. It's going to allow SV to catch up substantially. SV gets a long bar over. Still got some digging to do. Nelstris says, I'm team no sour cream. Interesting. I didn't realize it was that divisive. The Vitz was completed eventually. Yes, my goodness. Sometimes you got to ask, was it worth it? You know? Very delayed Vitz. And that's all right. You know, you take a shot. You got to take your shot. All right? Sometimes you just got to walk right up to that Vitz and say, may I meet you? 422 for SV, 473 for Akatu. I guess I'm trying to find out who's extremely online. Am I terminally online? I mean, I'm certainly terminal, and I am online. All right, long bar down Tetris, Akatu 525. SV, long bar down Tetris 473. The S-spin and the skim for SV. Tetris, Akatu 557. Flat long bar burn. Kingsman loves it. What do I think about 6-7? I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 6-7. 556 for SV, 591 for Akatu. Akatu does not like 6-7. Hates it. $643 I only say it because it annoys people. And you know how I am. Tetris for Akatu 683, 672 for SV. SV, all right, a series of tucks and a spin. All right, there it is, SV 704. So it's pretty tight right now. Long bar down, Akatu Tetris 741, delayed burn. Long bar in Tetris. SV on the down stack. One of my students said that he only says it because it annoys his dad. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's why, you know, that's 80% of the reason children do anything. $764 for SV, $880 for Akatu. He's up over 100,000 points. Lines tied. Madelsberger says, I say it mostly to annoy my daughter. All right, so there you go. See the eternal battle. All right, Akatu, a quick bar here would be great. Gets the bar, the triple. Cleans up. Long bar, Tetris. Akatu into 29 at 977. SV just going to take these nice, easy skims into 29. 902 for him. Yes, I know what rage bait is, Cat Vanity. I like 12-year-olds going to tell me. Vandy, actually, it's called rage bait. Actually, listen, 12-year-old. I know what rage bait is, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, 13-year-old. 13-year-old is what I meant. Max out here for Akatu, but really kind of a high dig here on 31. Whoops. All right, Colin, calm down. Calm down, Colin. We have 13-year-olds in here, okay? Is that a perfect clear? It was close. 963 for SV. There are not a lot of Minos on that board at that moment. So Akatu ahead by about 75,000. Yeah, I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. So yeah, perfect clear. Confirmed. Uh-oh, Cat Vanity got banned. All right, SV with the max out on 35. So two active players here on 35. Akatu's board climbing a little bit. Kind of vertical here. Digging. SV within 60,000 points. Akatu doing a great job digging this down. Still some work to do. B17 for Akatu, A59 for SV. So Akatu still surviving. That long bar is going to help a lot. Still about a 60,000 point difference. SV into 39, Akatu into 39. Akatu is set up for a Tetris, gets a long bar over B86. I think that was like his first one in the 29 phase. So he's up over 100,000 points now. Lines are tied. 1.2 now for Akatu. Yeah, no risk November indeed. Oh no, that left side for Akatu, that is going to be a top out. Chase down target for SV is C10. C10 is the target. Akatu tops out on level 40. So SV has got all the time in the world try to get this. We'll see what he does. There's a Tetris B73. He's one away and can just pick and choose his spots, can really just single it out if he chooses to, and can also just try to, kind of make some tentative setups and see if he can get a natural, easy Tetris, but doesn't even have to do that. Just can take his time. Now he's 10,000 points away. He's got the 1.2. And one more line clear should do it, and that is going to do it. SV is good in game number 2. He's going to tie it up. So there you go. Another post 39 chase down. And so SV, you are good. If we could maybe go easy on the Mullins today, since there's really no PB anywhere in sight, that would be good. I know you can get some extra practice here for a minute or two. That's fine, but that isn't a new rule, Zook. I mean, basically Mullins all have to be aggro Mullins, right? That is always, not always, but as long as there's been, post 29 and that kind of thing, Mullins have to be aggro Mullins. So, all right, level 48, we're good. New pieces are coming. 5A8515. No, you're good. You're good. No, you can, a minute or two is good just to. And if you can't see the score, that's fine too. But yeah, a minute is good because we would let you warm up for a minute. So if you want to take that as your warm up, go ahead. Yeah, level 48 is the highest score, the highest level someone's gotten to. But, it was on a Mullen. Maybe you didn't know it was a Mullen. I don't know. But yeah, 48, we've gotten to that. But it was really chased down on like 44. Wasn't that what it was? Something like that. When is there a genuine compliment from Vandy channel point reward? Yeah, I mean, Catvinity, as long as you want to redeem one, I'm not going to bring it back. So,
actually, Vandy, it's called rage bait. Actually.
All right, 5A8515. 5A8515.
Vandy plus voice changer equals cursed AF.
Hey, Marktris. That's what Marktris said. All right, looks like both players are not ready. SV is not.
You just got seed checked. Oh, wait.
You just got seed checked, bro.
It's 5A, 5 Alpha, 8515. Wait. Why is he playing? SV. SV, what's going on, man? SV. Hello? I don't know how to signal to the player. You got the seed wrong. You got the seed wrong. All right, now we're good. 5A8515. Let's go. Count them down while we can still do it. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What was once a best of 5, now best of 3. SV and Akatu. A is for Akatu, indeed. 5 is for SV. All right, there we go. Square and line. We're all good. It's working now. Vandy, what is the tickling the controller voice? I'm not going to do it in the middle of a game because it's distracting, but it's basically the voice that I made fun of Catvinity with. Like, you know, why is he tickling the controller? You know, that's like every YouTube commenter back in 2021 or 2022. You don't think you've been distracting so far? Listen, Luke Moistwalker, these players are, you know, they're playing like live events. They got to get used to there being distractions. Okay. There's going to be commentators, you know, I was about to say worse than me. There's going to be other commentators of equal quality to me or better saying all kinds of stupid stuff. And there'll be loud festival noises and people walking around and jostling tables. You know, if me saying a couple of words is distracting, then they're gonna have trouble in competitive Tetris. Vandy, check out DJ Cummerbund on YouTube. You might like his songs. Oh my God, Danny, do you know me at all? I'm very serious man, Danny. Okay. I'm very serious. I don't have time for all these frivolities, okay? Like, who has time to sit around and listen to funny songs? I got stuff to do. No, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. DJ Cummerbund. Says the guy with Dr. Demento record. I don't even know if I have any. I guess I have the Tom Lehrer box set. I don't know if I have any Dr. Demento anymore. I'm very serious, okay? Yeah, frivolities. Don't you understand? You know, I'm trying to fight the multi-vectored attack on the foundations of our great republic here, okay? In my spare time. Okay. Very busy. 371 for Akatu, 313 for SV. There's another Tetris, Akatu, 416 through 76. And another one, Akatu, 439 through 80. That is pretty good. Stanislaw has gifted a tier 1 sub to Colin. Colin hanging out. And thank you, Stanislaw. Appreciate that. Oh, SV with a bit of a snarl. Akatu 508 through 92, 406 for SV. SV going to try to turn these lemons into lemonade, and does it. Gets a Tetris. There's a good triple for SV. Another couple of pieces here to chunk this down. All right, Akatu here with some overhangs here. Okay, all right. That's going to slow Akatu down a little bit. This might allow SV to close the gap here on 18. Tetris Akatu 588 through 115, 509 for SV. Oh, Catvinity is fishing for gift subs. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Guys, I'm not doing that. $580 SV, 639 Akatu, one line to go. Gonna fill in middle of that board. Can wait a little bit longer for a long bar. Oh, and he's gonna take a double and a Tetris into 19. He entered in at 641. SV entered at was it 604? So double 600K transitions here in game number 3. The players pacing, even though they don't have to pace, but sometimes you just can't help it. Any plans to add Tetris rate to the overlay in the future? Yeah, it's not as simple as that. So, what we get, what you're watching right now is the analog feed coming directly from the players' captures. So in order to do Tetris rate, I guess, I don't know, is that something that you can turn on in Tetris Gym? I guess we could do that. Either that or we'd have to go through one of the OCR tools, and I don't necessarily want to go through the OCR tools because it becomes more difficult to manage the tournament, and also there are security concerns. It's not a big deal since we have same piece sets, but so I would like to have all those doodads, but there's just not currently an implementation that lets me manage the tournament in the way that I want to. And oh, he used the Tetris rate ROM. Yeah, there is a Tetris rate ROM. I'm not necessarily one who's on Team Tetris rate because I can just see, okay, well, they're at a certain number of lines and they have a certain score. And you can sort of glean from that they've been very efficient or not very efficient, right? So, yeah, it's never been a super urgent thing. I mean, I would do it if it was available easily, in a way that doesn't compromise the game integrity or the management of the tournament. 866 for SV, 998 for Akatu. I don't need it since I'm so smart. Oh my god, I'm not. I wish I were. Max out for Akatu. He got it on 26. He's now into 27 with an A66 185,000 point lead. The number of pieces graphic would be nice to see on the screen. Yeah, I mean, I could flash in the long bars every so often, I think. But getting all the pieces, I just like to have the most essential information on the screen just to reduce visual clutter as much as possible and put the highlight on the players and the game, the actual gameplay. So A36 for SV, C13 for Akatu. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I could potentially flash in if it becomes relevant. I don't know. I'll think about ways to do that. But we'd have to basically ask the players to turn those on. And the other thing is, I think that competitive Tetris should be played with as little extra information as possible. Like, it should be the default information that's available on the Tetris cartridge. And if you ask the players to put on extra information, then they get, it's kind of sullies the records, I think, a little bit, because they were able to basically get extra stats that can help them. Both players kind of in a top out spiral here. And that is going to be a top for both players. Basically the same sequence hit both players, and Akatu is good in game number 3. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I've put a lot. It doesn't seem like I've put a lot of thought into this, but I've put a lot of thought into all the, decisions that I've made to include things and not include them. So happy to have people ask, but I usually have a reason for doing or not doing something, All right, I'm going to go ahead and put new pieces in the chat. Players, you can take a moment. 67AC09. 67AC09. So players, again, take a moment if you need it. That is fine. You are good. We should probably like re-roll every 6-7 seed, but that's all right. I guess it's like engagement. Catvinity, do not joke about maxing. You don't need to do that. That takes you down a bad path, right? Don't do it. All right, 6-7 AC09. Both players ready. Game number 4. The winner of this match, by the way, goes to the round of 16. So let's go 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Yeah, I mean, like, I think a lot of people are like rooting for you to get the max out. So when you say in chat, like, you got the max out, I don't know, you're kind of all you're doing is trolling the people who are rooting for you, and you're making them feel, oh, he didn't get it, So why not save that little jolt of excitement that people get for when you actually do? You know what I mean? No, you don't have to be, it's not your my bad, but I'm just saying, just think of it that way. All right, Akatu up pretty high, already gets the long bar over, opens up the right side, another long bar down. Akatu is going to get Tetris number 1. SV looking for Tetris number 1 and gets it. So RNG, a little bit of a factor here in the early going game 4. Cloudy Shoe says, what about having the currently falling piece glow like the glowing puck Fox had in the 90s? As somebody who is, not that savvy about hockey, I liked the glowing puck. I think it's actually kind of a newbie friendly thing to do. And in a league which is continually struggling for fans and is like pretty much like always the last place in popularity league, I think they could do worse than trying to do things that are like friendly for new people. So I like the glowing puck. I actually did watch some hockey when they were doing it because like, oh, I can follow it now. But then all the hardcore hockey people, oh, you don't want a glowing puck, eh? And okay, fine. You can always just remain kind of the, 4th place major sport. In the States anyway. Obviously hockey, it's number 1 in Canada, but in the States, it's dying for fans. Like, yeah, I think you got to be thinking about new fans and, you know, just hope that enough of your... Listen, the hardcore fans are not going to leave because the puck is glowing, okay? They're just not. Now, maybe it was a little over the top, of the, you know, the amount of glowing. Maybe it could have been a little more subtle. Okay. But it was the 90s. You didn't quite have the same technology that you have now. Cat Vinity says, is there a game genie to skip the lines coming down at the end of the game? I don't know. Does the no rocket code do that? Yeah, like the no rocket screen. There should be a no rocket code. Colin, what the heck is that? That is cursed as heck. Well, I don't know if there's... What do you mean the Russian flags at the end of the game? What are the Russian flags at the end? I don't know what that means. When are there Russian flags in NES Tetris? You mean like the rocket screen? They kind of look like the Russian flag. I'll have to take a look. The curtains on level 18. They're not the Russian flag. You realize like they had a completely different flag back in 1989, right? Didn't they? When did that happen? Maybe they didn't. Let's see when they started it. Oh, 91. Oh, yeah, 91. Or 93. So yeah, they had a totally different flag. So it's not like the Russian flag coming down. All right, 527 for Akatu on 19, 446 for SV. Opens up to the right, long bar in, Tetris SV, 472. I don't know, wasn't it 91, Anjing? Tetris for SV, 534, 630 for Akatu. Akatu opens up the right side, gets it, Tetris, 657. SV sets up. Waiting, getting, Tetris. Well, I guess now that you think of it, like, yeah, it's like red, white, and blue on level 18. The lines coming down. I guess it does look like the contemporary Russian flag. All right, I can see what you... I mean, listen, you're 13 years old, so you can't know everything. It's fine. Makes sense. Just wait till you're 48, then you will know everything like I do. 780 for Akatu, 684 for SV. So yeah, it wasn't a bad thing to say. I don't want to make the kid feel bad for asking a question. Tetris for SV 720, 873 for Akatu. There's a Tetris Akatu 904, 722 for SV. Long bar in Tetris, 754. All right, SV with a dig. He's got 5 rows of garbage over the well. Bringing it down. One more to clear away. Opens, gets the Tetris 802, but Akatu 979. Weenman says, you're 48? Yeah, believe it or not, I'm 48. I barely believe it. And I guess you really shouldn't tell people if you're a streamer like that you're 48. Because then everybody will be like, oh man, you're so cringe or whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm all right. A91 into 29 for Akatu. 889 for SV. You thought I was 67? I'm close. Thought, oh no, Akatu gonna top out at B02. So chase down target again for SV. B03 is the target. He's got just under 200,000 to get there. He's got forever and a day to do it. And he's got to do it if he wants to stay in the tournament. So Akatu just gonna sit and wait and watch and hope. Adam Kenobi says, Vandy, you have no cringe whatsoever. Oh, man, I guess I'm not trying hard enough. All right, I'll try harder. All right, there we go. Split double for SV. He is in a dig. You can't beat Cringe Man 36. I know. I mean, there's good cringe and there's bad cringe, and I think Kingsman is good cringe. All right, still chasing down. Needs to get to BO3. All right, he's within 100,000 points. Ewer Sanch says, what would happen if both players in a match got rebirth? Would they loop until exhaustion, or would whoever is behind just give up? So, yeah, very unlikely to happen here. We do have the kill screen. Sorry, not the kill screen. We have left on the crash screen. So on level 155, all the crash behavior starts getting triggered, and players would not really get through. And on our normal months, we have a level 39 super kill screen, which is going to kill both games until and unless people learn how to play on 39, in which case, just GG's Tetris. But yeah, if they were theoretically to get all the way to the end, it would loop back around, and I guess we just go watch the 0 start, level 0, loop back around. So yeah, level 155 is where the crash screen kicks in. Okay, SV is 2 and through 39 at level 41 now. A level 49 triple kill screen. I mean, that would be really hard to do. It actually wouldn't be a triple kill screen, I don't think. I think it would have to be a quadruple kill screen based on how it all works out. Okay, and there it is. SV is good and will force a deciding game number 5. There's no reason why a triple kill skin wouldn't be possible. Oh, yeah, because it would be 3 rows per 1 frame, right? Because isn't it 2 rows per 1 frame? And so it would be 3. That's true. All right, so SV is good. Probably doesn't know it. Doesn't listen to commentary. Not looking at the screen. So he's just going to go until he tops. Which is, you know. How do we get his attention? Maybe we can get his attention somehow. There. See if that worked. No, it didn't work. I need a top out graphic. Yeah. All right. He knows now. All right. Both players are good. So we'll give them a moment just to cool down. And we're going to a decider, guys. So let's give them the pieces. 7EEB78. 7EEB78.
Why is he tickling his own finger?
Van Dweller, if Crash is on, can you use the 4-player device that disabled Crash on some levels? We have not allowed that. I guess we'll think about it in the top 8, but I guess so. I guess we can allow that. Yeah, do it. Get the 4-player device. Sure. No, I don't know. Can we allow that? Is it the default behavior of the game? I don't know. I'm gonna rule no. I'm gonna say no. All right, looks like both players are ready. 7EEB78. Let me think about it more. Let's go ahead and get them started. It's a decider. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. That'd be a fun rabbit hole conversation. Yeah, because you can use any controller. The question was, you can disable the certain Crash behavior on certain levels with like the 4-player thing. Maisie says we should not make no cap pay to win. Yeah, I think ultimately, because like nobody has that. So it's like if you go and like, oh, I'm going to go on eBay to win Masters, it's not really the spirit of Tetris, you know? So if we want to get if you know, a lot of players had those, I'd consider it. But it's the spirit of America. Colin, the spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. The spirit of the red, white, and blue. Did you guys get that commercial in your, like, back in my day, Massachusetts had like some tourism. Obviously, if you're not in the U.S., you probably didn't. But if you're in the U.S., Massachusetts, the state that I was from, had some like tourism campaign. And it was like, the spirit of Massachusetts is the spirit of America. You know? Anybody else hear that? Colin heard it. Okay, so you heard it. The spirit of the red, white, and blue. Yeah, it was out. It was I don't know why they played it in Massachusetts though. Like we would hear it. It's like, why would you play? We're already in Massachusetts. You don't need to convince us to come here. We probably want to leave. I did. All right, SV opens up the right side long bar in Tetris. 114 for SV, 195 for Akatu. This is a decider, so the winner of this one single solitary game will move on to the round of 16. I should probably report the other result, right? There you go. Akatu 3, Evesy 0. I'm sure you can find that commercial on YouTube. Massachusetts is a good state in some ways. I mean, pretty much all the states are good states in some ways. I really have no desire to return, but except, maybe to see Red Sox games. That's about it. Fenway Park. It's the only thing in Massachusetts for me. There's, that's fine. Boston has some cool stuff. Okay. But to live there, no way. All right, Akatu kind of in a pickle here. This is going to be a tough one. Oh, my goodness gracious. This is so painful. I'm clenching. Akatu in deep focus mode. Oh, my goodness. He's going to open up that middle. He's chunking it down. Bar goes to the right. Survival and a half. It just never gets easy. There's no relief here for Akatu. As soon as he gets it down, it goes right back up. Oh my God. Oh, there's going to be a great piece. The L, and Akatu survives the dig. Clip it and ship it to Line Spin Media. My goodness. That was the dig of the tournament so far. My word, Akatu. You think level 18 has no drama, guys, but there it is. 365 for Akatu. That's going to allow SV to get into the lead. Akatu ahead by like 15 lines as a result of playing up so high for so long. But my word, the concentration required. And remember, guys, he's like rolling on his own finger, okay? I mean, imagine that. Imagine doing that with your normal controller. And now there's a guy rolling on his own finger. That's nuts. All right, Tetris for SV 469, 447 into 19 for Akatu. Everything. Oh my goodness. Crazy deciders, huge long chase downs. Sue's gonna be real mad. He's gonna take her to Costco at 1:30. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. See, his Mullins are getting me in trouble. What's the highest level reached in no cap so far? We had a Mullen go to like 48. But as far as like a real needed score, I guess it would be 46 by Cole. Akatu back in the real-time score lead, but ahead by 20 lines. Tetris Akatu 641, 603 for SV. Another Tetris SV 629 and Akatu as well. Akatu ahead again, 51,000 points, but also ahead by 20 lines. So right now, SV outpacing Akatu. All right, a little burn there for SV 661. Akatu bringing this down. H-Thang would honestly like to listen to Akatu's keyboard ASMR. Yeah, I don't, more Tetris players need to, I mean, I guess ASMR has kind of peaked a bit, you know, it's past its peak, but still a lot of people like kind of ASMR stuff and relaxing noises. And I'm surprised more Tetris players don't just like put up long rolling videos or whatever. Just quiet NES Tetris rolling 10 hours. $860 for Akatu, $773 for SV. Here's Tetris Akatu, 967 into 29. Man, SV still 17 lines to go until 29. And this is a little bit difficult to play when you're sort of playing in the dark. I think it's good to have your opponent somewhat near you. You really just don't quite know what pace you need. Now, less of a concern here in no cap. Players essentially just trying to last as long as they can. Akatu with the max. He's got A29 here on 31. Tetris for Akatu, A78. SV is into 29 finally. He's got a 994. He's back by about 90,000 points, something like that, 80,000. SV gets a Tetris. Akatu's board starting to gum up a little in the middle. SV's board rising. And Akatu going to top out, and SV is going to top out, but Akatu with the higher score. And that means Akatu is going to take this one in a decider, and he will be moving on to the round of 16. So GG's Akatu, you will be moving on. You have taken out a CTM Masters event player. But I see you're playing a dark mode, and that will disqualify you. So SV, no, I'm just kidding. It's all good. All right, we are good. Akatu, you will be moving on. So GG's to you. Let us take a look at our bracket here. The round of 16 starting to fill up. Akatu is in. It will be taking on Knight. Akatu with the seed number 29, advancing to that round of 16. Says that kill screen Tetris has decided it. Yes, indeed. Branches Jade. Thanks everybody for supporting the channel. We do have more Tetris for you coming up in about 5 hours, so join us for that. It's gonna be some Stupid Tetris Monthly. We'll have another Masters match later tonight too. So thank you to everybody who supported the channel during this stream. Hakatua, a new follower. Chillin' Buddy, Grandmaster Rubero, Matro Etienne, Colin. We had gifts from Stanislaw and Cox Danny J. So thank you so much for that. And thanks to our patrons, Scott Gray, Jane, the Window, K9, Tacky, Middlesburger, Corporal Shelby, Jr., Troy Dan, Kim Emerald, Potato Cat, Java G, Jason Sunny Jr. I said Junior twice. That's okay. Everybody else, thank you so much. Support us. Use that support command. Find ways to support us. Thanks to those of you who supported the prize pool. We're up to 1515. Thanks to some contributions from Davis, from Nate, Hilbert Space, Lori, Danny. Thank you so much for your contributions. Really appreciate that. All right. Join me in 5 hours. We'll do some Stupid Tetris Monthly. I'm going to take off. And YouTube, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Take care. Bye-bye. And Twitch, we'll go ahead and find a nice raid target for you. Then I'm going to run to Costco or somewhere. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who's streaming, but we'll take a look and see. Oh, I guess one day is going on. Hydrant versus who? Oh, Classic Tetris League is going to have Hydrant Neku. Oh, well, that one probably already happened. So we'll raid Pumpy Heart. We'll throw him a bone. Raid Pumpy Heart. One time we'll raid Pumpy. That's it. Classic Tetris League is also going as well. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.